So, in discussing about modern periodic table or long form of periodic table, it is alternative name. So, it is designed by Mosley. So, what are the drawbacks are there in Mendeleev, especially anonymous series, and one more is about the comparison of different subgroups A and B in first group as well as seventh group. So such type of limitations is simply overcome or simply got a solution by in modern periodic table. So if you take the few important points about the long form of periodic table or Mosley periodic table, right? So it is first designed, it is designed by H.J. Mosley, right? So what's the speciality of this particular modern periodic table? For that, you take the condition. So this period is designed first on the observation of every element is having certain emitting of X-rays. So analyzing the X-rays pattern, he calculated the positive charges in the atom. So before that, all classification of elements model is based on only atomic weight. But Mosley is started just his observation is X-ray pattern of particular element. Then from that he calculated the number of positive charges. Simply number of positive charges ion in particular atom that we call as protons. So he calculated the number of protons in the atom. Then in the classification of elements, atomic number is more fundamental characteristics of an element than atomic weight. So same thing we consider, right? So whatever the atomic number is there, it is the exact method to classify the elements than atomic weight. So for that, it considered the classification of elements is on the basis of only the atomic number. So same thing here we did. The design of modern periodic table in increasing order of atomic number. So same way, Mendeleev is designed the classification of elements or his periodic table based on increasing order of atomic weights. But mostly to overcome the problem what he faces, right, in the previous classification models, so he overcome by the consideration of this particular increasing order of atomic numbers. From that, he designed an exact form of or exact designing of classification of elements that he named as that we consider as long form of periodic table. For that, we have to get a little bit more information. What's the speciality and what's the special properties and characteristics of modern periodic table. For that, we have to take information. The periodic law is changed when you compare with the Mendeleev periodic table, right, or Mendeleev classification of elements. Here, the periodic law is changed like this. The physical and chemical properties of the elements are the periodic functions of their atomic numbers. That is the periodic law in designing of modern periodic table, right? If you see in the Mendeleev periodic table, simply the physical and chemical properties of the elements are the periodic functions of their atomic weights. That is the periodic law of Mendeleev. So in that we face the two troubles, right? One demerit is anonymous series, another one is metals and non-metals, and coinage metals and highly reactive metals is placed in same group. Such type of problems are overcome on changing of this particular periodic law. Then moreover, the features of modern periodic table almost is looking like a Mendeleev periodic table, like this. If you see modern periodic table, in the modern periodic table we can see 18 groups, means vertical columns, and 7 periods, means horizontal rows. So same thing we seen in the Mendeleev periodic table. Moreover, in this, already we have a small knowledge or a short information from structure of atom. Electrons are is able to join or distributed in the orbitals like s orbital, p orbital, d orbital, and f orbital. Right? S orbital with a single number, p orbitals are with 3 number of, and d orbitals are 5 number of, and f orbitals are 7 number of. In each orbital we can accommodate only 2 electrons. based on that, in which orbital the electron is going to join as a last, right, last electron which is present in the particular orbital, that particular elements considered as a separate black. The blacks are like this: S black, P black, D black and F black. So total periodic table is subdivided or roughly separated into 4 blocks: S, P, D, F. It is based on what? The last electron which is present in the particular orbit. That is the base to separate as blocks. For that, we have to take a rough diagram of periodic table. So, if you take a look about modern periodic table as their blocks, right? Simply, the differentiate electron which is present that we consider as block, already we seen. So, if you take this particular vertical line, this is group, group, group. So here, first A, second A, these are having electron configuration as NS1 and NS2. Means NS1 means all elements is able to show generally S1 configuration. If you take this second group that can able to show NS2 means S2 configuration. For that, these two groups we call as S block. The general configuration is NS1 to 2. Like that we can able to write. Then coming to after S black, we can able to see the D black here. Right? So D block is having third group, fourth group, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, first, second. In eighth group again we subdivided into 3 groups. Then overall groups are 10. Right? Their general configuration is N-1 D 1 to 10. Then here we can able to get a third A, fourth A, fifth A, sixth A, seventh A, eighth A. And third A group elements configuration is NS2 NP1 and fourth group is NS2 NP2, fifth group is NS2 NP3 and sixth group is NS2 NP4 and seventh group is NS2 NP5 and eighth group is NS2 NP6. Then if you take why they got such type of group numbers, for that a small reason. Here the number of electrons are only 1. For that here group number is 1. Here number of electrons are 2 or we call as valence electrons. Here number of valence electrons are 3 for that third group. Here number of valence electrons are 4 for that fourth group. Here 5 for fifth group. Here 6, 2 plus 4, 6 for that sixth A group. Here 7 for that 7th A. Here 8 are there for that 8th A. Then this particular 8th A group, it is also known as inert gases, right, or zero group element. That we have to special name for this. Then all these configurations simply we can able to write NS2 N1 NP1 to 6 that you consider as P block. In that last one is little bit separated one because they are chemically inactive. For that we consider as separate group. But all should be considered as P block because the last electrons are present from P1 configuration to P5. Then last but not least, that is F black. Their configuration is N-2 F1 to 14. Right? Here we can able to see 2 horizontal rows. Right? So that we can able to see in further. So here the F black configuration again I am saying N-2 F1 to 14 means whatever the element is started from here as a cesium, right? And sorry, here cerium to here lutetium, 14 elements were there. They are able to show F orbital configuration. For that they consider as F black. Here 5F elements will come, right? Above one is 4F1 and below one is 5F1. That we have to take a look with the elements and information how in which place we have to get a particular atom, right? For that we have to take the look about modern periodic table with particular atomic symbols, that to increasing order of atomic number. Then we have to take a look here. If you take a look about modern periodic table, we have horizontal rows and vertical columns. Here 7 horizontal rows are there. First one, second one, third one, fourth one, fifth one, sixth one, seventh one. Then vertical columns are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Right? So here first two and last 6 we consider as Roman numbers with 1 to 8 with A, and middle of that we can able to get as B. Right? Then if you look into the first group elements, hydrogen, lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium, francium, when they are reacted with water, they are ultimately able to give their respective compound with OH, like NaOH, KOH, LiOH and RbOH, like that. For that, they are in base nature or basic nature. For that, we call as alkali nature. For that, this group is named as alkali metals. Alkali metals. And their respective configuration is S1, already we discussed. 1s1, 2s1, if you take sodium, 3s1 and potassium is 4s1. Just if you are having this one is S1 configuration with period numbers easy to identify. Then take a condition about the second group. This one, when it's reacted with water, they are able to give again OH compounds. If you take magnesium hydroxide, if you take calcium hydroxide, what we see in the generally in acids and bases. Same thing, this base nature of compounds which was generated by this second year group elements, for that these particular metals we call as alkali earth metals, because these metals are present in the earth crust. For that we call as alkali earth metals. But this one first group elements we call as alkali metals, and second group we call as alkali earth metals. This is only present in the earth crust, and these are all we can able to get in the form of salts. Then this particular third year group is having a condition as boron family, and their elements are boron, aluminium, gallium, indium, thorium. Then if you inspect the particular configuration, it is present in second group. Boron is present in the second group. The configuration is NS2 NP1. For that 2s2 2p1. So same way how you started in S black first group, same way to be continued up to last. Just you have to represent what is the general configuration of particular group of elements. By that, if you substitute the period number, you will get. If you take example as aluminium, this is present in third period. For that configuration is 3s2 3p1. That is the configuration. Moreover, atomic number is 13. Right? So, in coming to fourth year group, that we call as carbon family. Then their respective configuration is S2 and P2. If you take carbon, 2s2 2p2, because it is present in second period. Then if you take silicon, their configuration is 3s2 3p2. Like that it will show. And if you take fifth group here, nitrogen, phosphorus, arsenic, antimony, bismuth, right? So for that particular one, it is having NS2 NP3 configuration. For that, this is we call as nitrogen family. Means from boron to nitrogen we can call with their respective first element as a family. And coming to oxygen, this is in sixth group, right? They are called as chalcogens because these elements are easily attached with metals, are available in the earth or in the world or in the universe in the form of compound, right? Maximum compounds of metals are attached with either oxygen, sulfur. For that we called as ore. So the ore name we called as chalco in Latin term. For that, this particular group elements we called as chalcogens, means ore generated elements. Ore generated elements. When oxygen is attached with iron, we call as iron oxide. Right? They are having a separate name in Latin word. For that, these elements are named with chalcogens. Not only oxygen, sulfur also. Right? That we will discuss in metallurgy. That is 11th topic. Then if you take 7th year group, it is having fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine, astatine. That particular group of elements we called as halogens, because those elements are present in salt form. The main source of salt is ocean, right? In Latin, ocean we call as halo, right? For that, this group of elements we call as halogens. And the last one is helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon, radon, that we call the inert gases. Means they are not showing any chemical reaction in the general condition. For that we call as inert nature, means stable nature. For that, these all gases we call as inert gases or 18th group elements or zero group elements. Why we call as zero group elements? Simply, their valency value is 0, means they are having 8 electrons. So the element which shows 8 elements configuration, 8 electrons configuration in the outermost shell, that we call as zero group, because their valency is 0, right? That we will discuss in chemical bonding. Then this is the total information about periodic table. Then if you look into one more condition, every period started from alkali metals and ends with inert gases. If you take first period, hydrogen is in particular alkali metals and helium is inert gases. Same thing here, lithium, they are neon. Here sodium, they are argon. Here potassium, at right side, krypton. So every time periods starts with alkali alkali metals and ends with inert gases. This is alkali metals, alkali earth metals, and the last one is inert gases. Then moreover, in the entire periodic table, the shortest period is first one, because only 2 elements are there. Then second period is existed with here 2 and here 6, 8 elements. So same thing I am writing, only 2, and second period with 8, and third period also with 8. But whereas come to fourth period, it is existed with 18, because 2, 10, 6. And fifth period also existed with 18, 2, 10, 6. But coming to this sixth period, it is existed with 32, because whatever the cerium to lutetium atoms are there or elements are there, that comes under sixth period. For that, here 18, this number of particular cerium to lutetium, these fellows we call as lanthanoids. What we call? Lanthanoids. This particular one we call as 4F period elements or 4F elements. So 4F elements we call as lanthanoids. These lanthanoids are 14 elements that should be comes under 6th period. The number of elements in the 6th period is 32. Then coming to 7th one, it is incomplete one, because here we can able to see some gaps. Still that space is left for uninvented elements, for that we call as incomplete one. So in incomplete one we can able to see actinoids. So what are the elements are there from thorium to lawrencium? Thorium to lawrencium, that 14 elements is comes under 7th period. This 7th period we consider as incomplete period. So this is the information about number of elements each and every period, right? Then how they are started from alkali metals and ends with inert gases, right? So this is the information about modern periodic table. Then we have to take a look about the periodic properties. Discuss about periodic properties. In the periodic properties, first thing we have to know about metallic and non-metallic property. Then, if you take the rough diagram of periodic table, right, except D black elements and F black elements are not taken, right? So, here, if you take the condition, first group elements are in completely metallic nature. Already we discussed as that the first group elements we call as alkali metals, right? Then, as you are moving to right side, means from left to right, if you are moving, the metallic properties decreases and non-metallic properties increases in the periods. So, periods means moving from left to right. So, metals, right? If you are going to that, here if you take boron and aluminium and here silicon, germanium, arsenic. These five elements we call as semiconductors or semi-metals or we call as metalloids. Simply they are having both nature, metallic nature and non-metallic nature. Then once you cross this place and the remaining all should be gases. Gases we not consider as the metal because already in 8th class we have a knowledge what is in my metal, how to identify it. They are having 6 properties: sonorous, lustrous, ductility, malleability, thermal conductivity and electrical conductivity. Then the sample we consider as metal. Otherwise that is metalloid or non-metal. Right? So in periods, left side all elements are metals. As you are moving to right side, that is non-metals. Means simply metallic character is decreases from left to right. Then coming to non-metallic nature in periods, from left to right, non-metallic nature is increases. Means first metal, after that metalloids, and finally we can able to get non-metals. Means non-metal property is increased or not? Simply, metallic property is decreased in the periods from left to right and as well as non-metallic properties increases except this boron, aluminium, silicon, germanium, arsenic. That five elements we call as metalloids. Then how it is changed in the groups, right? So metallic character when you take into group from top to bottom. Periods means left to right. So same thing I written. LP means left to right. LR not LP left to right. Then groups like this, top to bottom. Always you have to clear information. This particular arrow mark that indicates periods, and if you take anything about like this, that is groups, right? So like this, top to bottom. So top to bottom indicates groups. Then the metallic character is increases in each and every group. For example, if you take hydrogen, already we are familiar, hydrogen in the form of gas, but whereas come to francium, it is metallic nature. Means from top to bottom, the metallic character is increases, and as well as non-metallic character is decreases. If you take every group of elements, top one is almost in the form of gas, right? Whereas come to little bit downwards direction, the metallic property is increased. Ultimately, what we call non-metallic nature is decreases. So that is the periodical property in periodic table about metallic and non-metallic nature, right? In next, we have to discuss about valency. Valency means already we have a definition. The combining capacity of an atom with another atom or element with another element, that we call valency. If you take first group valency, that is only one because in outer shell they have only single electron. For that valency is one. If you take second group, the valency is two because their outermost electrons are existed with 2. Then coming to the boron family, the valency is 3, And coming to the carbon family, valency is 4. Again, if you come to the nitrogen family, the valency again it is able to show as 3, because here we have 5 electrons in the outermost. Boron only 3 electrons, carbon is having 4 electrons. Coming to nitrogen family, it is having 5 electrons. So when you have 5 electrons in the outermost orbit, we should deduct from 8, already we discussed. So 8 minus 5 for the nitrogen group, for that we can able to get the valency as 3. Then coming to the oxygen group, valence electrons are 6, we should deduct from 8, for that the valency is 2. Then coming to the fluorine group, right, the valence electrons is 7, because NH2, NP5. For that the valency is 1. For that all group of elements are able to show same valency because their configuration is same, right? For that their chemical properties are always similar. Already we have a knowledge. When we have similar configuration, the properties of elements should be similar, because the chemical properties always depends on electronic configuration, right? For that configuration, if it is same, then ultimately properties also same. Then coming to the periods, how it is changed the valency. See, if you take periods from left to right, groups means top to bottom, then each group having a particular valency. First group is 1, second group is 2, 13th group is 3, like that we discussed. Then coming to periods, we are moving from left to right. Each element is present in different group. For that, valency is changed in the periods when you are moving from left to right. It is started from 1 and again it is going to finish with 0, last one, inert gases. So it is slightly increased and slightly decreased, or gradually increased and gradually decreased. Up to 4, up to carbon, the valence value is increased in the periods. After that, it is gradually, not drastic, gradually, step by step, it is decreasing. So that is the valency in groups and periods. So groups having similar valency and the period of elements is not having similar valency, because in periods each element is present in different groups. That is the reason, right? You take the next periodic property, that is atomic radius. If you take atomic radius, first we have to take the definition. So any atom, if you have to take in gaseous state means the atom is present in individual, already we seen in 9th class. The particles of gaseous state is almost exist in long distance, right? Then whatever the distance is there from nucleus to the outermost shell of atom, from nucleus to outermost shell of atom, that particular distance we called as atomic radius or atomic size, right? Or else if you take any solid form of atoms that which are bonded with covalent bond, means already that word we have to use in chemical bonding, right? So if two atoms, if you take in solid state, if they are existed with a covalent bond, right, that we will discuss in chemical bond. So half of the distance of covalent bond, half of the distance of covalent bond or covalent distance of an atom of elements, that we called atomic radius. In gaseous state, the distance from nucleus to outermost shell. If you take in solids, the atoms having whatever the covalent distance or covalent bond length, half of the value is we called atomic radius. So atomic radius, we in generally we are measured in angstroms. Simply we can able to represent with a power 0, right? Here that indicates angstroms. 1 angstrom is equal to 10 power 8, minus 8 centimeters. Minus 8 centimeters. We call 1 picometer. So the picometer means 10 power minus 12 centimeters. it is having atomic radius in periods as well as groups. If you take periods, here if you take lithium, which is in second period, right? So it is having a number of electrons as 3, right? Lithium is having number of electrons of 3. For that we can able to write KL based on writing of electron configuration from 9th class standard information. So we can write it as 2K1L, means like this. Then same thing in that line, if you select the second period last element neon, so second period again I taken neon, that is having 10 electrons, then we can able to write 2K8L. Then see the condition, both are having same number of shells, but here number of electrons are only 3, means number of protons also 3. Here number of electrons are 10 and protons also 10, but number of shells is same. But here the condition, here nuclear size is very small because we have only 3 protons. Almost we can able to get 4 neutrons. But here we have 10 protons and almost we can able to get 10 neutrons. So already we are familiar, in the nucleus we have the protons and neutrons, what we call as nucleons. Here for the second period lithium, it is having only 3 plus 4, 7 nucleons, but whereas come to neon, it is having 10 plus 10, 20 nucleons. Here nucleus size is small, but here nucleus size is bigger, right? Due to the bigger size of nucleus to the neon, it ready to attract the shells. As a result, the shells are going to shrink, means come to close. Then ultimately the size is decreased, right? Then ultimately, if you compare the size of lithium and size of neon, right? So here lithium is in left side second period, here neon is right side second period. Then if you compare the size of lithium as well as neon, the size of lithium is bigger when you compare with the size of neon, right? Because we already seen the condition. Here nucleus size is very small, but here nucleus size is bigger. Then what happened? Due to equal number of shells, here K shell, L shell, K shell, L shell, the distance is same, but due to bigger size of nucleus, it ready to attract these two shells towards it. For that size is decreased. For that in periods, atomic radius or atomic size, when you are moving from left to right, the size is decreases. The size decreases. That is the atomic radius, how it is changed, how it is varied in the periods. So in the periods, whatever the period, the atomic size is slowly decreased on moving from left to right. So same thing I written here. So this indicates periods, it can able to decreases. What is decreases? Atomic radius. Where it decreases? In periods. How? From left to right. Have you got the clarity? Atomic radius, how it is changed in the groups. For that, if you take hydrogen, it is having only single shell. If you take lithium, it is having 2 shells. If you take sodium, it is having 3 shells. Like that, if you continue up to francium, it is having 7 shells. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I am not extended to right side, right? Don't confuse because it is able to cover the francium. Then, see, when you are moving from top to bottom in the groups, whatever the group, first group, second group, third, fourth, simply from one atom to another atom, the shells are adding or not? Even though atomic number is increased, the shells also added. For that, what happened? Simply size is increased or not? In groups, atomic radius is increased, increases or increased from top to bottom like this. Have you got a clarity about how radius is changed in periods and groups? Groups is very easy, but the periods you have to able to observe closely. Then only you will get a clarity. So in groups, what happened? The each and every atom is added by another shell, or it is increasing order of shells in the groups. The size simply increases.